What's up? What's up? Here we go, guys. We're going live in Italia once again. Okay, just gonna go live on Instagram here. Give me one sec. Okay, there we go. What's up, everybody? It's Brandon Story here, and we are live in Italy. Just on a 1-month vacation with my wife and 2 girls, celebrate my 10-year anniversary with my wife. Thanks to copywriting, I'm here in Italy for a month, which is crazy. Would have never been able to do this working a 9 to 5. Just tell my boss, hey guys, I'm leaving for 1 month. Peace out. That is not possible with a 9 to 5, but it is possible with copywriting. So if you are here and you're wondering, man, I would love to have a freedom business that I could just do from my laptop, take anywhere in the world, work from a coffee shop, work from home, work from Italy, Thailand, Mexico, Europe, wherever you want to go, and you want to make more money, have more free time, have more freedom, and just like really just go after your dreams. Copywriting is the best way to do that. It's the easiest online business you can create. It's the quickest online business you can create, and it requires $0 upfront to learn. You can learn for free, or you can just go pick up Adweek Copywriting Handbook and learn for $20. So if you are interested in getting started as a copywriter, if you're not sure how to start and you want to know how to start, I'm gonna show you how. I made $650,000 with copywriting over the past few years as a freelance copywriter, primarily writing emails for businesses who just need to rip out sales and marketing stuff and sell their stuff. And I'm the guy who does it. And there are so many businesses who need copywriters who will pay you thousands of dollars a month. And this lifestyle for you, for me at least, what it looks like is waking up in the morning, 6, 7 a.m., pounding back some coffee. In Italy, it means drinking a couple of espressos and ripping out like 2 to 3 emails for different brands in a few hours. And if that's like something you can do, which by the way, anyone can do this. If you can write at a 5th grade level, you can do this. Then this is what's possible with copywriting, where brands will pay you $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. I've made as much as $8,300 per month on a retainer. That means every single month from a single client. So you can do this. Let's get into the questions. Any questions you have about getting started as a copywriter? What is copywriting? If you're like, why am I even on this stream right now? What is copywriting? Who's this guy? What's he talking about? How do you get started as a copywriter? What is copywriting? How does it work? How do you get paid to do this stuff? What does your day actually look like? How do you learn copywriting? How do you get better as a writer? How do you land your first client? How do you go from 1 client to 2, 3, 4? How do you scale to 6 figures per year, hitting $10,000, $15,000 months? And how do you work in just a few hours a day and get all this stuff done, right? Any questions you have, put them in the comments below, and I'm going to answer all of your questions as best as I can. Usually I don't answer all of them because there's just a lot that come in, but just start ripping out questions and I'll answer them as they come in. Let's get into this. So, okay, first questions. Okay, we got a couple of comments here. AB, what's up? Hey, Luke Radka, hire me as a setter, bro. Yeah, here's the thing, Luke. I actually don't do sales calls, so I don't need a setter. I don't need a sales guy. I don't do sales calls for my coaching, so I can't really help you there unless you can think of a way you can, help me out with that. But I don't do that. So, but feel free to DM me if you have any ideas. Jonty, is AI going to take over copywriting? Great question. One of the hottest topics of the day is AI going to take over copywriting? You could ask the same question 25 years ago when it came to the internet. And you could ask the same question because people like you and all over were asking the same thing about the internet. Is the internet going to take out copywriters? Is the internet going to wipe out businesses? Is Y2K going to happen and the internet takes over and copywriters are screwed? The same thing is happening today where a new technology is on the scene, and it's the biggest technology we've ever seen. And the closest thing to that is when the internet came on the scene. What happened before the internet? Copywriters wrote out copy by hand, typewriters, and maybe other computers, printed out things, and wrote for local newspapers, magazines, sometimes commercials and billboards if they were really good. Well, what happened when the internet came on the scene? Did those copywriters get wiped out? No. What if they didn't embrace the technology? Did they get wiped out? No. They still made money. But the people who learned how to use the internet, in addition to their copywriting skills, those two things together, boom, they made the most money. Why? Here's the simple reason. This is why you need to understand this in order to understand what's going on with AI and copyright right now. When the internet came on the scene, the guys who were just like writing out magazine ads and newspaper ads to like 5,000 people and getting paid $500, they took their same copy skills and learned the internet technology, copywriting skill, technology skill. And they married those two together. And instead of making $500 writing to 500 people in a local newspaper ad, these guys learned how to do Google ads and Facebook ads and Instagram ads. And all of a sudden, instead of reaching 5,000 people and making $500, they could reach 5 million people and make $5,000. You see, the internet is the same thing that's happening with AI today. When it came on the scene, the copywriters who learned the technology the fastest made the most money the quickest. The internet didn't wipe out those OG copywriters who just wrote by hand and just worked for newspapers. Those guys still exist today, even 25 years later, after the internet came on the scene. But what happened was the guys who learned the internet and learned how to write digital sales pages, digital ads, and emails, all of a sudden, boom, these guys made way more money because they leveraged technology to get more done and to reach more people in less time. So the same thing is happening with AI right now. A very similar thing. Obviously, it's not the exact same, and AI is a very different technology than the internet, but it's a very same thing in the way it's revolutionizing the way people work. The way people worked before the internet was very different than the way people work now. And the same thing is happening now. AI is coming on the scene, and the way everybody works, not just copywriters, but every business on earth, it's revolutionizing the way the entire world operates and the whole global economy works, right? AI is here to speed things up, get more done in less time. And if you can learn how to use AI, don't fear AI, embrace AI. And it's not going to take over copywriting. It doesn't work like that. Just like the internet didn't take over banking or take over like lawnmowers or take over copywriting or take over whatever fitness. The internet just amplified the ability for businesses to reach their customers better, faster, and easier. So the same thing's happening now. AI is helping business owners reach people faster, easier, quicker, have better communication. And you as a copywriter can actually, instead of being scared of AI, learn to embrace AI to get more done in less time and reach more people and have better strategy and become more effective as a copywriter. So instead of you writing for 2 to 3 brands in, so we'll say 2 to 3 hours a day, AI is going to make it so in the next year or two, you're going to be able to write for 2 to 3 brands in 30 to 40 minutes a day. It just speeds things up. It makes things easier. So you can take on more clients now if you learn AI quick. You can write a more effective copy if you learn AI now. If you learn how to edit with AI and get it to coach you. I've been using AI with my own strategy. My goodness. It's like having a marketing strategist with you. I had to figure out a campaign that was like, I had to segment some things for a campaign last month, and I was like, oh, this is above my pay grade for like how I should approach this. Okay, ChatGPT, what do you think I should do here? Because here's what I need to do for this situation. I have this promo, and I need to reach this audience, but then I'm leaving this segment of the audience out. And the AI is just like, oh, that's easy. Just take this, split it this way. Make sure you segment your audience like this and like this. Say this promo to this people, and segment off this pro. And next thing you know, I made more money. I made like 20, 30% more revenue from a promotion because I just talked to AI about how to strategize for the stuff. You see, AI isn't just like a robot ready to be the copywriter who just writes and strategizes for business owners yet. That's not how it works. Business owners, there's so much involved with being a copywriter that is beyond just like, I write things, ding, 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 right? It's strategy, offers, promotions, audience research, understanding how to structure things, actually clicking the things to do the stuff. Oh, we need emails. We need automations. We need to segment. I need to generate a report. I need to do social media. I need to do ads. There's so many different components of what's involved with the role of a copywriter, which it's not hard work. You can get this done and break 10K a month, work a few hours a day, right? But AI is not like, it's not just there that can just like rip out everything that a copywriter does at this point. What it does is it amplifies your abilities as a copywriter. And yes, For the business owner who needs to write copy, they can leverage AI too. But the business owner who wants to actually get results in their copy at this point in time, they don't have the time to even click the buttons and think of the strategy. They still want to hire people just to take it off their plate. The businesses making $100K a month in revenue, they just want someone to do the thing for them, right? They still need someone to take this over, to take over their email, to take over their ads, to take over their sales pages. Not just the writing, the strategy, the writing, the promotions, sending them a report, letting them know what's going on. This stuff, right? This stuff is so necessary for business owners. So they'll pay you tons of money still to this day and going forward. And as time goes on, what's going to happen is copywriters, yes, need to learn to leverage AI more. And thankfully, the cool thing is, if you start learning this stuff right now, copywriting and the new technology, just like before the internet, copywriting and the internet, the guys who take advantage of this stuff now, and we're in the early stages. This thing's going to blow up and like take off over the next few years. AI and stuff. If you learn these two things now, copywriting and AI, you're going to make so much money, you're not going to know what to do with it. So don't think about what's AI going to take over, and instead think about how can I leverage AI to make even more money to get my dream life. Think about it like that, because that's what's going on right now. Okay, how do you use your spec copy? Next question from AB. How do you use your spec copy? I have spec copy, but I don't have any numbers. What do you do? Do you analyze the copy? I'm not sure what you mean when you say, what do you do? Do you analyze the copy? Let's see. Maybe clarify your question a bit more, AB. How do you use your spec copy? And you don't have any numbers. Are you talking about landing clients with spec copy? Is that what you're talking about? Because if so, we can go into that. But maybe just ask a follow-up question so I know more of like what you're trying to actually, I don't know what you're trying to ask here. Like, are you trying to land clients? What are you trying to get out of this? So ask a follow-up question so I understand more of what you're trying to say here. Safwan. Hey, Brandon. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good. What are the types of emails we must master if we want to be an email copywriter? Okay, here's the 6 core emails you need to learn first. Okay? And you could literally just learn these emails and not do any other emails, and you're going to do just fine. But start these, learn these as a foundation, right? First one is the daily Seinfeld email, or what I like to call the SLO email, story, lesson, offer. It's the email that you can just rip out every single day that you'll never run out of ideas. So the way it works is you hook people with a story from your day-to-day life. And when I say your day-to-day life, I mean your client's day-to-day life. Okay? Hey, I was at the grocery store the other day, and I tripped on this water that was on the ground, and it hurt a lot. And somebody didn't put up a sign that should have said warning, there's something spilled here. And next thing you know, I had to have someone help me out, and it sucked, and it was a weird experience. Story, that's a story hook. Okay, then what do we do next? Story, lesson, offer, SLO. Next would be, how can we create a lesson from this that's related to our product and our offer? So we'll just say it's for copywriting coaching, because that's what I sell to you guys, right? It's coaching and courses. If you are looking where you're going, you're going to start tripping and falling more than you should. If you don't have vision, right? If you're not looking, why did I slip in that grocery store? Because I wasn't looking down at where I was walking. I was getting distracted by all these other things. So you need to have vision and look where you're going to go. You need to know where you want to go so you know how to get there. So you avoid slipping and falling on unnecessary traps. If you want to have better vision, if you want to achieve your goals as a copywriter, if you want to reach the next level, then you need to set clear targets, like an income goal, how quick you want to get there, and then reverse engineer it so you actually achieve it. If you want help with this, join my course, join my coaching, XYZ. Story, lesson, offer. You can say that, you can do that email every single day. And you can do variations of it. You can do story, lesson, offer. This is a framework for an email. This is from my course. This is what I teach for my course and my coaching. You can do this email every single day because people always love a story. So you're always going to entertain the people who want to be entertained. You always have a lesson. So there's something valuable and insightful that actually teaches and gives value every day. And you always have a pitch. So there's always a chance to sell, and you're always going to make money with this. Story, lesson, offer. You can do variations. You can just do story, offer, and forget the lesson. You can do lesson, offer, and just skip the story. So this is the kind of email, if you learn how to write this, you can write every single day and never run out of ideas, because you can always use a story hook from any random event from your life. easiest ways to pull a random event from your client's life, just ask them to give you a running list of like things that happen throughout the week that are like, ideally, the easiest place to start is what's something embarrassing or awkward or conflict or weird or a problem or pain. Problems and negative hooks work really well. Some other emails you need to master, the welcome email. So the email that goes out automatically the moment someone signs up to your email list. Learn that email. It's the most important email. It has an 83% open rate, 4 times higher than the average open rate of any email. Learn the welcome email. It's the first email someone ever gets. It's the first impression of a brand. You need to learn that email to be an email copywriter. Other emails to learn how to write, just the basic offer email. This just like, hey, here's what's going on. Here's the promotion. Here's how much time you have to buy it. Get the thing now. Like just knowing how to write just like a sale or a promo email, which is like this core sales letter, like a sales page, but in an email. Another one to learn how to write is the client transformation story. So learning how to write a just like social proof email. Hey, here's this happy customer. Here's the transformation they went through. They were in this point. They had this problem. They were trying to do this. Then they bought my thing. And now they achieved this point of transformation. Problem, agitate, solution, but in their story. So the other one is a founder story, which is how the founder went through that story, right? I was going through this problem. Next thing you know, we'll just talk about fitness, right? Let's just say they sell weight loss coaching. Weight loss coach says, hey, I remember the day I woke up and hopped on, went to the beach, took my shirt off, and I saw everybody staring at me. And I was like, what the heck? What's on my back? Is there a spider? Is there a bug? No, I realized they were looking at my fat gut because I realized, oh my goodness, I've gained 50, 60 pounds since whatever. I'm super overweight. That was really embarrassing, and I didn't like that. So I decided from that day on, I'm actually gonna get fit. So I downloaded these things, I bought these books, I went through these programs, blah, 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 and nothing worked until I figured out X, Y, Z. And next thing you know, I lost 50 pounds in 60 days, and someone else started asking about it. So I helped other people, and this guy, and this guy. And now it's my mission to help other people, other men just like me in their 40s, shed fat fast. So if you want help losing weight, buy my thing. And I'm gonna help you shed 30 pounds in 30 days through my blah, blah program. Buy now. Founder transformation story. So if the founder went through that story, went through the story that he wants his customer to go through, his client, that's one of the juiciest pieces of copy you can rinse and repeat over and over again. So that is an email, the founder story email. There's a bunch more other emails, you just write a how-to practical email, kind of like a blog post or a social media post. That's you just give people the sauce. Hey, here's 7 steps to lose 30 pounds in 30 days. Step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. You just give people the answer. Here's the sauce, right? The stuff I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you the sauce. This live stream, me being on here right now, I'm just straight up giving value, the practical help. You can do this in an email where you don't always just hardcore sell. And some people say, well, you shouldn't just give value, bro. You're giving people all the answers. And you should pay all this. No, you shouldn't. That's psycho. If you want to actually prove that you know what you're doing and help people, go give them the stuff. Go give them the free sauce. Go give them the step-by-step. Go give them the answer. Go give them the stuff that you teach people for money, but for free. That's how you build trust and authority with an audience. It's one of the easiest ways to do it is just give people the answer. Some people are going to take that answer and never buy a thing from you, and they're going to go get a transformation. But you know what? You just made a super fan out of that person. Some people are going to take that and they'll be like, wow, I tried it a little bit and this is starting to work. I trust this guy. I'm going to buy his thing because it must be, if his free advice is like this, his paid stuff must be even better. And then they're going to buy. And some people, they're not even going to look at your step-by-step practical advice you give in an email, all the tips. They're going to see that email. They're going to skip over all the tips and be like, you know what? I just want the answer now. Just because they saw you, just because you reminded them that you exist in the email inbox, they're just going to buy. So learning that email, crucial. So story, lesson, offer, SLO email, the everyday Seinfeld email. Hey, here's the story that happened. Here's how it relates to my product. Buy my thing, right? That email you can send every day. The founder transformation story, the client transformation story, the how-to practical email, the promo offer email. All those, you learn those, you're well equipped as a copywriter. You can go rip out emails for a brand every day, every week, once a week, twice a week, every day, whatever you want. Boom. You're in the money. Okay, next question. Let's see. Okay. Could you share your personal habits that you use daily? Is there anything specific that helped you in copywriting? Yeah, absolutely. This is stuff I teach in my coaching and my course. I'm just going to tell you the 3 core habits if you're a brand new copywriter that you need to learn and you need to do every single day to get good. Because everybody wants to know the shortcut, the secret to like crushing it, hitting your first 10K a month as a copywriter and doing it in a few months. It's like, well, it's going to take probably more than a few months to get to 10K a month as a copywriter. Anybody who tells you otherwise is just a grifter and a liar. But you can get there. So how do you get there? You need to actually treat this like it's a real business. Don't just treat this like it's a side hustle. Oh, I saw some guy sipping a coconut on a beach with his Lambo and his Rolex and his laptop. Like, oh, he said, buy my course. Don't treat this like it's some random side hustle where you just click a button and next thing you know, you're a multimillionaire. It doesn't work like that. This isn't a passive income millionaire business. What this is, what copywriting is a skill. It's a skill that is in demand. And if you learn how to leverage this skill and get good at it, you can build something worth thousands and thousands of dollars that will pay you thousands of dollars every single month. It's something that if you learn this thing, you have it for life and you can get paid for it over and over and over again. So treat this like a skill, treat this like a business, not like a side hustle or like a hobby. Treat this like a real business, a real skill, and you're gonna make lots of money. Here are the 3 things you need to do first. Number 1, your general writing skill. You need to build up your core writing skill through what I call power writing sessions. Power writing sessions. Here's what you're gonna do. This is what I did. All these things I'm telling you, this is everything I did to get my first client, go from clueless about copywriting to first client in 6 weeks, quit my job in 3 months, $5,000 in month 7, $9,000 month 12, and 10 to 15K months since then. Okay? So in 0 to 12 months, I crushed it and hit 6 figures per year. Okay? So what are the things I did? Power writing sessions. Open up a Google Doc every day, set a timer for 30 or 60 minutes, and just write. Don't think about what you're gonna write. Don't try to think about copywriting, just write. Treat this like a diary or a journal. I would just, every morning, I worked a 12-hour day job, okay? I built up copywriting on the side of a 12-hour day job. If I can do this, you can do this, right? So every morning before my 12-hour day job, I'd wake up at like 6 a.m., crush some coffee, open up Google Docs, and just write. I'd set a timer for 30 or 60 minutes, and my goal, you wanna know what my goal was? Write as many words as possible, right? The person who gets the most words in becomes the best writer. Now, this is just one part of the copywriting equation, writing and selling. Those 2 things combined are copywriting, right? So we're working on the core writing skill here with this exercise. You still need to learn consumer psychology. You still need to learn how to sell. You still need to learn what the marketing side of things, right? But this first practice, this is crucial. I talk to guys all the time, new copywriters who are like, oh, I just can't land clients, bro. I've been at this for 6 months. And like, what's the deal? And I'm like, how much are you writing? And they're like, what do you mean? Like, I'm trying to outreach. Like, just tell me how to land clients. And I'm like, how much are you writing every day? And they're like, well, like, I don't know. I haven't written in a couple of days, or like, I don't know, maybe like 5 or 10 minutes a day. And I'm like, well, there's your problem. If you're not going to learn how to write, how are you going to expect people to pay you thousands of dollars to write for them? You actually need to learn how to do this thing. You actually need to put your time in the game. You think Michael Jordan got to become the best basketball player of all time because he's sitting on the couch playing video games all day long and hanging out with his friends? No, the dude was ripping out free throw shots. He's ripping out layups. He's doing slam dunks every day. He's practicing when people weren't looking every single day, and he worked harder than other people every single day. When other people were out having fun, he was in the game practicing in the shadows when nobody else was there looking. He spent time building the craft, so when the time came to get on the stage, he crushed it. So it's the same thing for you. If you want to get good as a copywriter, you want to be on the big stage and have the flashing lights. And I'm not saying you'd be famous, but your big stage is you saying, hey, mister, I'm going to do copywriting for you. I'm going to write your stuff and you're going to pay me thousands of dollars. You're going to pay me $5,000 a month on retainer. And I'm going to do your emails for you once or twice a week. Right? If you want to get to that stage where someone actually is paying you money and you get to quit your day job and go do whatever you want and have the life of freedom, you bet your bottom dollar you're going to be grinding in the shadows for a bit, practicing your writing skills. Like it's a business, it's a skill. So if you want to get paid the big bucks, you're going to spend time in the shadows grinding. And you don't need to do this for 10 hours a day. If you can even spend 1, 2, or 3 hours a day writing, learning, studying, outreaching, right? Everybody has 2 to 3 hours a day. If you can do this, you can get to a full-time income. You can make 6 figures per year. You can quit your job you hate. You can get out of university and you have no clue what you're going to do. You can turn this into a tangible thing that's earning you 10 to 15K a month. But you got to grind. So go open up a Google Doc, set a timer for 30 or 60 minutes, hit the thing, and start writing. Every day before my 12-hour day job, I was doing this as a brand new copywriter. In January 2019, my wife is sleeping. We're living in a studio apartment in Vancouver, a 500 square foot small place, and I would wake up in the early mornings, I'd creep by, put on my coffee quietly, slam it, open up Google Docs, and I don't know what I'm doing, but you know what I am doing? Something. I'm getting my reps in, I'm writing, and I'm getting my word count. Every day I was probably writing 500 to 1,000 words, just like that. Boom, 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 boom. And what that did is develop my writing muscle, my core writing muscle. Okay, that's the first thing you do. Do it every single day. Do it before your job. If you work 12 hours a day, guess what? You can do it. How do I know? Because I did it. So you can do it too. You have an 8-hour job? Great. You can do this too. You have even more time to do it. You have full-time university, full-time school, you're a full-time mom or stay-at-home mom or dad or whatever. Okay, great. You can do this too. Because you have 1 to 3 hours, you can build a business. You can build up copywriting. Okay, that's number one, power writing sessions. Number two, you're gonna buy the copywriting books. You're gonna buy them. Go get Adweek Copywriting Handbook by Joseph Sugarman. That's the first book you need to read as a copywriter. Read it for 10 to 30 minutes a day. Like, you don't need to go crazy and spend like 4 hours a day studying stuff. This isn't university. You don't need to go get crazy and like study for hours and hours and hours. Now, the more time you put in, the better. You're gonna move quicker. Don't get me wrong. But like even like 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, just reading the books, just like consuming the good stuff, you're gonna learn consumer psychology. Remember the two sides of the equation I said? Copy, writing. It's two things, writing and copy. Copy is sales. Sales is consumer psychology. You read these copywriting books every day. Read the books, get in the books just little bit by little bit. Just time learning from the legends who have sold hundreds of millions of dollars, like Joseph Sugarman, Gary Halbert, Claude Hopkins, Gary Bencivenga, David Ogilvy. You learn from the legends, right? These guys have made hundreds of millions. Gary Halbert's made $1 billion as a copywriter in sales. That's how much he's generated. If you do that, you spend time in the craft learning from them, learning these consumer psychology secrets, the secrets to understand how humans work and what makes them buy. You are automatically going to understand this stuff and learn how to write this stuff well. So that's the second thing you need to do is read the books. Third thing, study high-performing copy. Look at the sales letters and the ads from those guys I just said, the legends, that have actually generated really like high sales, hundreds of millions of sales on these sales letters and ads. Look at these classic sales letters and ads, study them, and hand copy them. Put them up on your computer, get a piece of paper and a pen, and write them word for word. Just like, you basically just brainwash yourself. Like, just brainwash yourself with copywriting. Like, this is actually very simple. Like, if you actually break it down, it's like, just inundate yourself with copywriting. Do you think Kobe Bryant, to get to where he was, I bring up basketball because it's just like easy to talk about these guys because they're like icons. Do you think Kobe Bryant just like twiddled his thumbs and like played video games all day and like watched Netflix and hung out with the homies? No. Like, how did he get so good? I guarantee you Kobe Bryant was studying Michael Jordan and studying his film tapes, studying film of Michael Jordan crushing it. I guarantee you the top NBA stars right now, the guys who are most committed, Steph Curry, LeBron, I guarantee you these guys watch game tape from other guys who are crushing it to study them, to study the patterns. What the heck did they do with the wrist? Oh, that was weird. The guy moved like this and he pivoted like this, right? These guys studied other legends to get how good they are today. The same thing is true for you. Study the copy. Go pull up go look up on Google, Gary Halbert's sales letter. And go pull it up and write the thing out word for word. And then ask yourself, why did this do so well? What's up with the headline? Where's the call to action? Where's the social proof? Why is this offer so good? What is it about this one that did so well? And how can I apply it to my copy? So those are the 3 things you want to do every day. Power writing sessions, read the copywriting books, and study high-performing copy. If you want to take things to the next level, if you want to move it even faster, go get a course. I got a course. Go click the link wherever you are. YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, wherever you're watching from, Instagram, go click the link I have there. I have a full course, walks you through everything you need to learn from knowing nothing about copywriting to writing good enough copy to land clients in weeks, to landing your first client, to getting paid 6 figures per year. everything you need to know step by step. You want a structured environment, you want to learn this thing, go through a structured environment. You can get by watching YouTube video here, live stream here, reading this blog post, reading that social media, blah, blah, and piecing things together. It'll just take you longer. If you want to move faster, go through a structured course, right? I have 60 plus videos in my flagship course, lessons, assignments, templates, all the things you need, learn from scratch. Click the link. It's the easiest way. And if you want to move the fastest, go get someone to give you feedback on your copy. Go get someone who's already successful as a copywriter, who's living the life you want to live, making the money you want to make, and is doing good as a copywriter, and get them to review your copy. This is something I offer as part of my coaching. So I do one-on-one coaching with guys, and they send me their copy in a Google Doc, and I do a video. I film myself breaking it down, fix this, change this, update this. This is you're doing good, this you're doing wrong. Fix this, change this to this, blah, blah, blah. So you get feedback on your writing from somebody who's already doing it, that you're gonna just zoom. You learn so fast, right? Someone's actually who knows what they're doing, tells you, gives you feedback on your copy. There's nothing that will move you quicker than that. So I have 3 spots left for my upcoming October one-on-one coaching. If you're interested in that, DM me the word October on whatever platform you're on. If you're on YouTube, go find me on Twitter, Instagram, or LinkedIn. DM me the word October. I got 3 spots left for October coaching. We start in about 9 days. If you want to move the fastest as a copywriter, you get my full course and you get me giving you feedback on your writing. And we do weekly coaching calls. Me and you, no one else, just one-on-one stuff. So if that sounds good, if you want to move fastest, DM me the word October right now. Okay, so those are the 3 things that I did as a new copywriter. And if you want to move the fastest, do all those things. Write, power writing sessions, study the books, or read the books, study high performing copy, go through courses, get feedback on your writing through coaching. Let's see, Kevin, you ask, what's up, Kevin? I've heard the opportunities in copywriting are now in e-com. Do info businesses still have demand for freelancers, or do you have to build an agency? I've heard the opportunities. So you're saying, hey, copywriting is just about e-commerce now. Is that what you're saying? And you're asking if information businesses are still in demand? I would say actually the opposite is happening right now. I'd say information businesses are like booming and taking off. And I would say the best opportunity in terms of like a specific, like I don't even know what you should call it, industry. It's more of a business model that you can go target as a copywriter moving forward is information. So this is anybody who, if you want to make tons of money, like what's happening right now in the world, besides the AI stuff, there's 2 things happening right now. AI is taking off and information is taking off. And so what I mean by that is if you look at just the pure numbers, the data, the university market in America is like crashing. Every year, $50 billion is getting pulled out of universities in the US. So what that means is the market is dropping by 50 billion every year. 50 billion less this year. Next year, it'll be 100 billion less from now, 150 billion less in 3 years from now. People are pulling money out of universities. People aren't buying post-secondary anymore. It's free falling. But what's happening? Do people just hate education? No, they're putting their money somewhere else. People aren't spending as much on post-secondary, traditional college, university, but they're putting money into online education. The online education industry is growing by 40 billion every year. University is dropping, online education is growing. What does that mean? That means anything to do with people selling information and education online, crazy opportunity, and over the next 5-10 years, it's gonna just skyrocket. So this is anything to do with courses, coaching, communities, events, books, like any kind of information. I'm gonna say that again. Coaching, courses, communities, events, books, any type of information products that people sell, it is the biggest opportunity of the next 5-10 years. Like skyrocketing demand. So people aren't spending as much on university anymore because they realize, what the heck? Why would I drop $100,000 on this piece of paper that's going to take me 4 years and $100K in debt for no guarantee of anything, right? It's not the same as it was 34 years ago. The offer of university is not the same as it used to be. Versus, why would I put $100,000 in this thing that's going to take me 4 years and there's no guarantee of any money afterwards? Maybe I'll make $50K a year, like eventually 100K a year if I work really hard and move up the corporate ladder and rat race. Versus, oh, I could just take like $5,000 to $10,000, like 5 to 10% of that, and in 1 year learn a skill that can earn me 6 figures. That sounds like a better deal. This is what people are realizing. People are waking up to the fact that university it's not necessarily a scam. I mean, I think it kind of is to some degree, but you can take 1/10 of that amount of money that university would cost and put it into online education, train up individual, personalized, customized education, develop a skill that actually makes you money that's in demand. And in a very short time frame, in like 12 months, be making a full-time income if not 6 figures. Like, this is huge. So go, if you are interested in like anything with courses, coaching, education, that kind of thing, information products, information businesses are going to just boom. They're going to keep booming, which means the copywriters who learn how to sell info, the copywriters for you, if you want to target coaches, course creators, community owners, event planners, guys who sell books, anybody who sells information. The easiest thing just to think about is like coaches of any kind, coaches in online business, coaches in fitness, coaches in money, coaches in relationships. These things are going to just skyrocket in demand. The amount of money being poured into them is just huge, right? I think I got some knocks at the door for my little ones. Hello, who's there? Yeah, my little ones are coming home. I might have to cut the stream short in a couple minutes here. Just 1 second. Okay, we're back. We got 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes of questions. But yeah, if you're interested in information products, 100%. Like it's just you're gonna make tons of money. Like that's what it just comes down to. Is massive demand, growing by $40 billion every single year. And if you get into this now, get into writing copy for coaches, go finding people who have communities, go find people who have courses and write their copy. You are going to make a ton of money. Okay, let's go into, maybe we could do like 2 more questions here. Okay, Cotton Wheel asks, how many days did it take you to get to 10K per month by copywriting? I don't know the exact number of days it took me to hit my first 10K month, but I hit my first $9,000 month at month 12. So I started in January 2019, and by January 2020, I made $9,000 that month. So 0 to 9K per month in 12 months. I think I had my first 10K month, like it was later in year 2, so maybe like a year and a half in. I don't remember the exact month that I did my first 10K, but I went 0 to 9K in 12 months. So it's possible. I'll say this though, that's a little faster than normal. Like most people aren't gonna get there that fast. But like you can build a copywriting up from scratch to a full-time income in 3 to 6 months. Honestly, I believe anybody can do it. Like copywriting is not like academic writing. You need to dumb down your writing actually. You need to write at a 5th grade level. So if you can write at a 5th grade level, you can make good money writing copy. Okay, next question. What are your thoughts on making income by working with affiliate networks and writing copy and doing landing page design for an affiliate offer? Okay, so are you asking if you become an affiliate marketer and like pitch other people's products? Because I think it's possible to do that. I just think it's not a good idea if you're new. I think the best thing to do when you're new is not try to become an affiliate. And like, if you want to be an affiliate, you have to have traffic. You have to have an audience, social media, ads, your website, your email list. You have to grow your own business then to sell other people's products to actually make enough money to make it worthwhile. The problem is now you're learning 10 skills at once and now you're playing the game on hard mode. Instead, here's what you want to do if you want to hit 10K a month fastest. Go build the skill of copywriting up. Go find people who have lots of money and give it to them. That's it. Go get good with copy. Doesn't take long. You can learn copywriting from scratch in 30 days and start landing clients. And once you're good enough as a copywriter, just go find people who are already making lots of money and make their lives easier by taking their writing off their plate. Go write their emails, go write their ads, or go write their landing pages. Just go where the money already is and apply this skill to someone else's business. Don't try to create your own rocket ship and take it off the ground. Like, do you know how hard it is to make a rocket ship? Just ask Elon Musk. I'm sure it's not very easy. So instead of trying to think about like building your own business and building your own affiliate thing, or selling to your own list or whatever, building your own audience, building a personal brand, like this is you trying to figure out how to build a rocket ship and make it fly. That's a very difficult thing to do. But you know what's not difficult? Is finding people who already have their own rocket ship that's built already, and all you have to do is just show up with some fuel and say, hey, I can make it go faster and further. Like, this is 10 times easier. So if you want the easy path to 10K a month, go learn a skill that's in demand, and then go find rich people who make 50 to 100K plus per month in revenue, and do whatever it takes to get that skill in front of them. They want it, they need it. The pitches they're getting, those suck. So you just go in and figure out how to pitch them the right way and get in front of them. You're making money. That's the easy path. Don't take the hard path to riches. This is the lazy man's path to riches, is doing it this way. Okay, so I work 80-hour weeks and single parents, so learning during work is hard. To concentrate, any tips help? Wow, that is, honestly, I respect you a ton. That's crazy, working 80 hours as a single parent. That's a lot. That's a lot, and even that's probably even more than what I was working when I was building this up, and I didn't have kids. So if you're working like basically 12 hours a day, or just under that, 7 days a week, or close to that, nothing but respect for you. That's a struggle, and it's difficult. All I'll say is, like, you can still do this. You can still make it work. 80 hours is there not a job you can get that's like 40 to 60 hours even? Like, if you can shave off, like, is the 80 hours a week you're working literally just to survive? Because that's a lot. If you can get a situation where you're even in a job working like 50 to 60 max, it's going to be easier to build a copywriting. Now, you can still build it, but if you're working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and then you have kids, like, it's going to be tough. That's the least amount of time I've ever heard anybody having that I've ever talked to. I was working 12 hours a day, 5-6 days a week, which is almost that. And so I made it work. And the way I made it work was I just got super rigid in my time management and my structure. I gave myself bedtimes. I gave myself alarms for waking up, alarms for going to bed, and I got super structured in how I learned. So I would wake up early morning. I'd make sure I wake up before the kid. Well, I was going to say before the kids, but it was before my wife was even awake. And before my 9 to 5, I would wake up at 5-6 a.m. and I would make sure I did power writing. I'd always write the first thing in the morning. My commute to work, I made the most out of that. So if you commute to work, if you drive to work or walk to work or bike, listen to courses, audiobooks, podcasts. I'd squeeze the juice out of every waking moment I had and try to kill two birds with one stone. You're doing the dishes, you're taking your kids to the park, or like whatever you got to do, like try to fit in some learning during those passive times. Walking, doing walks, doing dishes, driving to work. Like, listen to courses, listen to audiobooks, listen to podcasts. You can get Adweek Copywriting Handbook, the #1 copywriting book for beginners, on YouTube or Spotify for free. So go listen to that in any kind of downtime you have. Go write first thing in the morning before all the kids are awake. And take a course. Courses and coaching. Go into the most structured environment that you can, and you're going to learn a lot quicker. And like, when you have limited time, you can make this work. I've coached multiple ladies who are single moms who have very, very little time, and we made it work. And so it's hard. Don't get me wrong, it's hard, but it's possible. But here's the thing with your situation, it's going to be hard either way. So if you don't want to be working those 80-hour weeks forever in that situation, like, something's got to give. Copywriting is a way you can get out of that situation. And so you're not working 80 hours a week, but it can give you that time where if you're able to devote even an hour a day, right, 1 hour a day even, you can build up a part-time income that you can then kick out. I'm guessing you're working 2 jobs if it's 80 hours a week, because if you're in the US, it's not legal to work beyond that without tons of overtime pay. But if you're able to just like make it so you can get rid of one of those jobs, copywriting can quickly replace one of the incomes from that, and then you can keep building up till it can replace the other one until you're just doing copywriting. So get structured. Like, be crazy adamant with your time and rigid with bedtimes and wake times, and writing while the kids are asleep, writing before your day job, squeezing the most of every commute you take, and doing dishes and walking and stuff like that, learning during those times. That's going to help a ton. Okay, so okay. Here's your question, AB. I hope you're still on, so I can answer this for you. I want a client. I wrote a spec copy, and I want to reach out to other businesses that niche, but I don't have any numbers to prove it works. Meaning my copy works. You don't need numbers to make it work. You don't need result. I know what you mean by numbers is showing a case study proving I wrote this copy for this person and then it generated this much revenue in results, right? If you don't have a case study yet, which by the way, you're already thinking the right way by thinking about a case study first. If you have a case study, it's just like this easy to land clients, right? If you can say, hey, I wrote this copy for this brand and now they made lots of money and here's the proof of that and here's a video testimony from them proving it's true. It's so easy to land clients. But how do you get that? And like, if you don't have that when you're brand new, no beginner has that. So what do? It's approaching people the right way online. First thing you have to do is, if you want to go reach out to a client, do they have money? Do they have signs that they're actually making money? Do they have a good following? Do they have a product they actually sell? Do they have case studies and results themselves? Happy customers, happy clients. Do they have a team? Have they been in business for a while? Are they running ads? These are all things to look for, to like signs that they actually are making money. And if they're not making money, there's no point in reaching out because there's going to be no money for you, right? How can you go, what if someone has like, a piece of pie that's this big, how much of that pie are they going to give you? A crumb? Versus if someone has a pie that's this big, right? Pizza pie, I'm in Italy right now, so I'm just thinking about pizzas and pies and all these things. If you have a pie that's this big, how much can you get? Probably a slice or two. So you're going to get more fed if you go after people who have a bigger pie. Make sure they actually have money. Then when you go reach out to them, don't just cold email them. Go to their socials, follow them, like them, comment on a post, DM them to start a conversation. Then once they reply, then you go send them spec work. But don't just send them spec copy of stuff, random stuff you've written. Write something fresh, write something new for this business you're reaching out to. Prove that you can write copy by writing copy for them ahead of time. Go on top of writing copy for them, go look at their business and tell them what they're doing right and wrong with their copy and how to fix it. Go give them an audit, a copy audit and a copy sample. Audit their business, prove you know how copy works, and write them a new sample to prove that you actually know how to write the stuff. That's how you get clients. Is like, you don't need a case study to go land clients. You just need to go prove yourself individually, one by one, to people who have money and go rewrite their stuff and go give them some tips. That's how you do it. This is how my guys are getting clients in 30 days. Most of the guys I coach and who take my course, 70% get their first paid client in 30 days. Why? Because they do it like this. They prove themselves when there's no proof that they can show, right? That's how you get clients. You got to go don't do what everybody else teaches. Just spammy outreaches, cold emails, copy paste templates, and like just go volume. Like that's crazy. You have to prove yourself in the DMs. Similar question. So do you think cold email works well? And if so, how do you get emails to outreach you? Don't do cold email. Like, don't do cold email. This was maybe 5 years ago, you could cold email tons of businesses. But when everybody's teaching, just do cold email, hit this button, scrape these lists, send this copy paste templated outreach to 500,000 cold, everybody's doing it. The market is overwhelmed by cold emails now. People are not fazed by a cold email because they get too many. And they all sound the same. Everybody sounds like a robot. So if you want to land clients, go be super targeted in who you outreach to. Make sure they have signs that they're making money. Then go warm them up on social media. Instagram is the easiest place to start. Go warm them up. Take them from cold to warm. How? Simple engagement. Follow them, like a post, comment on a post, and DM them to start a conversation. Don't pitch them right away. Once they respond to your DM, you're out of message requests. So if you pitch them, they'll actually see it. Then don't even pitch them then. Go look at their copy, click on their link in their bio, look at their emails, at their ads or the landing pages, and give them a bunch of tips to improve it. Then write them a new sample. Boom. You do that every day, you're getting a client in 30 days. Like, this is how you land clients in 2025. This is what works best. This is why my students are getting clients 70% of the time within the first 30 days as a brand new copywriter. Like, this is how you do it. Like, forget every form of outreach beyond that. Just do this and you're going to get paid fast. Hey, Brandon, I bought Copywriting Secrets, comes in the mail today. Awesome. Copywriting Secrets is awesome. It's such a good book by Jim Edwards. Copywriting Secrets, Cash Advertising, Adweek Copywriting Handbook, all those golden. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Smoky Beginnings Barbecue. That's an awesome name. Okay, so you bought my course. So I'm in the 6-figure copywriter course. For the power writing sessions, the main goal is writing for the whole time. At some point, should we use proper grammar? Try to write an email on iBitch. Yeah. So the purpose of the power writing sessions exercise is like you just want to get the word count in. Don't worry about copywriting for this practice, for this exercise. Just write. Don't think about anything. Just write. Your goal here is literally word count. Like, don't think about grammar. Don't stop writing. Just powerhouse it. Just power writing, right? Just get the word count in and do this every day, right? This is the first thing. Then you want to read the copywriting books, which I teach you, then hand copy sales letters. After that, we want to do specialized copy practice where like, yes, you pick, I'm going to write emails for fitness coaches and do that once per day after all those exercises or something like that. Whatever your niche and specialty is, that's the thing you want to practice after that. Okay, I got to head out now. We'll do one last question. Let's see. A lot of questions, a lot of comments in this time. Let's see here. Okay. Please make a video on... One second here. Okay, I gotta go eat some dinner. It's getting late here in Italy. Okay, one last question. Let's get into this. Yeah, I just shared an outreach strategy. Again, this is how you land clients, okay? Go pick a niche. Go pick fitness coaches or real estate agents or SaaS, right? Pick a niche. Then pick one type of copy, emails or ads or landing pages. And what you're gonna do is every day, let's just say you pick emails for fitness coaches. You're gonna go onto Instagram and you're gonna find fitness coaches. And then you're gonna go follow them, like their posts, comment on a post, and DM them to start a conversation. Just, hey, I love what you're posting, man, XYZ, say something specific, very specific. Once those guys reply, what you're gonna do is go check out their link in bio, go look at their emails, sign up to their email list, and go tell them what they're doing wrong with their emails and how to fix it. In a Google Doc, just write a Google Doc, hey, fix this, and then write them a new email. Go look at their welcome email and rewrite it. Make a new one. Then go send it off to them. Hey man, love what you're doing with your fitness coaching brand. I actually checked out your emails and I saw a bunch of things you can do to improve conversions. I'm an email copywriter. Fix this. By the way, I wrote you a full audit and a brand new email. Check out the link here and let me know what you think. Boom. Then you just wait for them to reply. You send 30 of those, one every day, for 1 hour a day, for 30 days, you're getting a client. How do I know that? Because those are the numbers of my students who follow this method. It's called the Sniper Bomb Outreach System. It is the fastest thing. It's the best way I've seen to land clients as a beginner. It's the fastest way I've seen online. I don't know of a faster outreach strategy when you're brand new than this. So if you want to land clients fastest, this is how you're going to do it. Sniper Bomb Outreach System. Go find people you want to outreach to and give them an audit and sample for free up front to prove yourself when you have no numbers, you have no case study, you have nothing to show for your skills and you're brand new. This is how you can prove yourself. This is how you prove you're competent in knowing how this stuff works with strategy and marketing and competent when it comes to actually writing the stuff. You deliver this, you do one per day in just one outreach per day, not hundreds of cold emails, not hundreds of cold DMs, not spamming like robotic outreaches that sound the same as everyone else, proving yourself in the DMs and helping people for free. So do this stuff. 70% of my students get their first paid client in 30 days doing this. If you want help doing this, I'm signing off now. If you want help to land your first client, to get your copy skills up to speed, to get your first $1,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month. If you're struggling to land clients, if you're a copywriter, you've been doing this for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, but you're like, you just can't get that client, or you're stuck under $1,000 a month, go apply to my one-on-one coaching program. DM me the word October on Twitter, LinkedIn, or Instagram right now. DM me the word October. I have 3 spots left in my one-on-one coaching program for October. The spots are flying. They're going to be going quick, I'm sure. And so if you want copywriting feedback, coaching calls with me, if you want me to literally just hop on a call with you, just like this, except just me and you, not hundreds of other people, and you want personalized help where I'll literally just tell you, do this, do that, stop doing this, change this, fix this, do this, and you want me to review your copy and literally tell you, fix that, change this, do this, and before you outreach, every outreach you send, you get me to look at, and I'll tell you what to do to land these clients. If you want that, and if you want faster results, like my students are getting, again, 70% get their first client in 30 days. DM me the word October now. Like, it's just the shortcut to getting what you want. If you want to build this up to 5, 10K per month, if you want to hit 15K months, like, this is going to be the fastest way to do this, is getting through and getting a copywriter who knows what they're doing to review your outreach, to tell you what you're doing wrong and how to fix things. And just tell you, literally hold your hand and tell you step by step, stop doing this and start doing these things, right? Customized, tailored advice. I got 3 spots left. DM me the word October now, and I'll send you the details if you're interested on how it works. And yeah, I don't expect spots to be around long. 3 spots left. When the final spot's taken, doors close, and we start in about 9 days. So thank you guys so much for coming on with me. I know I didn't get to answer everybody's questions. There's a ton of questions. If you have any other questions you really want me to answer, just DM me. Just DM me your questions, do whatever. I'll try my best to answer them as fast as I can. But besides that, thank you guys so much. Have a great day, great night, wherever you are. God bless you, and we'll see you next time.